So what's the difference between getting a steroid injection, also known as cortisone, versus a stem cell injection? Well, steroids have been around since the 1980s when they were approved by the FDA. And initially you were only supposed to get one in your whole life. Now people routinely get 3 or 4 of them a year, and sometimes they get 3 or 4 in multiple different body parts over the course of a year. Whereas stem cells in the United States are still considered experimental. They are legal, but they're not FDA approved, just to get that out of the way. What do steroids do? Well, it's a huge anti-inflammatory effect wherever they get injected, all right? And some of them do end up getting into the bloodstream, the circulatory system, and they become systemic. So we'll talk about that. So they decrease inflammation and they blanketly depress the immune system. All right? Stem cells work differently. They do decrease inflammation, so that's similar, but they don't blanketly suppress the immune system. They modulate the immune system. So in some points they can decrease the immune system, and others they boost it. So in some aspects they do decrease the immune system, such as stopping an autoantibody from fighting against yourself, like when rheumatoid arthritis occurs, right? But it's not going to blanketly suppress the rest of the immune system. It actually helps. So what's the reason to give these injections? For a steroid, it's going to be for symptom relief. Never in the history of medicine have steroids been able to help repair and regenerate or address a root cause of any issue. Now, the purpose of a stem cell injection is kind of the opposite. It's meant to do exactly that. Repair tissue, regenerate damaged tissue, and not just be a Band-Aid, but actually help the root cause of the problem that you're dealing with. So let's talk about the onset of action of steroids. Well, when you inject steroids, it could be an onset within just a few hours or a few days. When you're talking about stem cell injections, when we do these around the world, usually it's 1 to 3 weeks when patients say they start to get significant relief, and then it keeps on getting better and better. And in some respects, it can take over a month, maybe up to 2 or 3 months to start seeing significant benefit, depending on what a person is coming in for. Now, what's the duration of action? What's the duration of benefit? Well, this is where it becomes a humongous difference. Steroid, you're only going to get a few weeks, maybe a few months. And with repetitive injections, as we'll talk about, it's actually making your situation worse. So the duration is going to get worse. And when you look at stem cell injections, the duration of benefit is typically long. I mean, our therapy commitment guarantees at least a year of benefit for patients. And if not, we'll redo it for nothing. But the average that we see with a joint injection or back injection is at least 2 years, 2.5 years on average. And some patients, they'll come in the office and they'll say, oh, I was here 6 or 7 years ago. That's amazing. Much, much different than the steroid injections. So what is the effect? Well, there are numerous studies now showing that steroids not only weaken the area, but they destroy tissue as well. There was a study a few years ago looking at knee arthritis and injections with steroids. And they found that those who got steroid versus those who got placebo into their knees, they ended up going to knee replacement much faster than those who simply got placebo. So that was pretty definitive. There was also a study in the Journal of the American Medical Association looking at the effect of steroids on cartilage. And they did serial MRIs over a period of 2 years after the steroid, and they found that those who got the steroid versus placebo dramatically degenerated the cartilage much faster. So it was not even close how bad steroid effect was on cartilage versus the placebo. Whereas when you look at the stem cell effect on cartilage, there are plenty of basic science studies show that it does increase cartilage formation while at the same time decreasing cartilage loss. So it flips the ratios on formation to loss, and it helps a ton with patients' pain relief and functional improvements. So lastly, let's look at the side effects. The The side effects of steroids cannot be denied. Yes, both of these are going to have an incidence of infection. Any injection could have that happen, maybe 1 in 10,000 cases, right? You also could have some bruising, maybe a little bit of swelling, right? Increased pain for a couple days. There's no difference between the two. Let's look at what else happens. When you give steroids, some of it will become systemic. Doesn't matter where the injection goes. It will increase a patient's blood sugars for a few days to a week or so, and that could wreak havoc with somebody's, if they're a diabetic. Another problem is that it will weaken tendons. There are studies which show that repetitive injections over time into the rotator cuff area, when those patients went to surgery, the outcome was much worse because it weakened the tendons dramatically. Now also, when you get steroid injections into, say, your plantar fascia or your lateral epicondyle area, steroid will suck in water and it will make fat absorb. Because what happens is once the pain relief wears off and the fat pad underneath your heel is resorbed and gone, you have increased pain because you don't have that cushioning anymore. That's a disaster. All right. It's also people who get a divot here, or let's say in their back or something, it can be a cosmetic annoyance too. But what it means is that the steroid is actually worn off. It didn't have any repair effect. Now you got a cosmetic defect, and you're not supposed to get another one because it can make it that much worse. All right. Stem cells have a very, very different set of side effects. Now, when you're looking at the side effect of stem cell injections, you're looking at a much better risk profile, okay? Yes, you could have a rare issue with an infection, knock on wood, knock on wood back here. We have not seen that. We've seen that like once or twice in 10 years, superficially, all right, resolved pretty quickly. Yes, the bruising and the swelling, that can happen with any injection, but we have not seen atrophy or weakening. In fact, it's the opposite, right? It's going to help a lot with the tissue repair, regeneration, and remodeling to improve your pain, improve your functional outcome, and address the root cause. So that is the main difference between what I'm showing you here. Big fat Band-Aid, regenerative therapy. Visit us online today at r3stemcell.com. You can call us to set up your free consultation. Anywhere in the globe, we have 80 centers in 8 countries at +1 844-GET-STEM, or email us info@r3stemcell.com. Look forward to hearing from you.